true leadership isn't just about talking, it's about listening. And today, we're diving deep into the power of listening and how it can transform your leadership skills. We're talking about building trust, gaining insights, and creating a culture of collaboration. We all know that leaders are supposed to be great communicators, but often we focus too much on the talking part and not enough on the listening part. And that's a huge mistake, because the truth is the best leaders are the best listeners. First up, let's talk about being fully present. This isn't just about hearing the words someone is saying. It's about giving them your undivided attention. It's about silencing the chatter in your own mind and truly focusing on what they're communicating. When you're fully present, you demonstrate that you value the other person's perspective. You build trust, create a sense of psychological safety, and you gain a deeper understanding of their thoughts and feelings. It's like giving them a gift, the gift of your attention. And let's be real, people are attracted to leaders who make them feel heard and valued. It shows that you're empathetic, approachable, and you're genuinely interested in their well-being. These are qualities that build strong relationships, both personally and professionally. So how do you get started? Put away your phone, close your laptop, and make eye contact. Focus on the other person's body language and their tone of voice. And silence your inner critic and just simply listen. It's really that easy. Next up, let's talk about asking more questions than you answer. This might seem counterintuitive, especially for leaders who are used to being the expert, but the truth is, asking questions is a powerful way to engage others. You stimulate their thinking, and you actually gain valuable insight. When you ask questions, you demonstrate that you're curious, that you're open-minded, and that you're willing to learn from others. You empower your team to think critically, share their ideas, and take ownership of their work. And let's be real, the best ideas often come from the people on the front lines, not from the corner office. By asking questions, you tap into their collective wisdom, and you create a culture of innovation across your entire team. I used to think that as a leader, I had to have all the answers. But I quickly learned that asking the right questions is far more powerful. It helps me understand my team's perspective, identify potential problems, and make better decisions. How do you get started? Lead with questions like, what do you think? Or how would you approach this? Or even, what are your concerns? Focus on open-ended questions that encourage dialogue and collaboration. Third, let's talk about reflective listening. This isn't just about repeating back what someone said. It's about understanding the emotions and the underlying messages behind their words. When you practice reflective listening, you demonstrate that you're not just hearing words, you're understanding the person. You build rapport, you create a safe space for open communication, and you actually gain a deeper understanding of their perspective. Again, we gotta be real. People are more likely to trust and respect leaders who demonstrate empathy and emotional intelligence. It shows that you're not just focused on the bottom line, you're also invested in the well-being of your team. So you can do things like use phrases, maybe some like, what I hear you saying is, or it sounds like you're feeling ... Basically pay attention to the other person's body language and their tone of voice. And don't be afraid to ask those clarifying questions. Next, let's talk about reading between the lines. This is about understanding nonverbal communication. Like I said, body language, facial expressions, tone of voice, and how it can impact the message that's being conveyed. When you're able to read between the lines, you actually gain a more complete understanding of the other person's message. You can identify potential concerns, understand their emotional state, and you can respond way more effectively. Again, people are more likely to be honest and open when they feel understood and supported. By paying attention to nonverbal communication, you actually create a culture of trust and transparency. You can get started by paying attention to the other person's posture, having eye contact, and looking at their facial expressions. Listen for changes in their tone of voice, and don't be afraid to ask those clarifying questions, especially if you're unsure about what the true meaning is. So, there you have it, the power of listening. By being fully present, asking more questions, practicing reflective listening, and reading between the lines, you can transform your leadership skills and create a culture of learning, a culture of collaboration, and a culture of success. Your homework? Choose one of these listening skills and practice it in your next conversation. Pay attention to how it makes the interaction and how it makes you feel. Small changes will and can lead to big results. Remember, true leadership isn't about talking. It's actually about listening. It's about understanding, connecting, and empowering others. So invest in your listening skills and get ready to level up your leadership. Now, if you found this video valuable or helpful, what I want you to do is hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on leveling up your leadership. And don't be afraid to share this video with your team. Let's actually start to build a culture of listening together. Thanks for watching the video, y'all, and catch you in the next one.